Okay, Kyle, I get it. I get what you're saying about your peaceful, relaxing kind of concept here, and I think you got it. I do. I think the ad itself is actually excellent. Let's go ahead and take a look. A couple of things I think we can do to improve just a little bit of the mechanics associated with the ad. So basically, I think that right now the little bit this is just kind of a weird situation right here. This new boat rentals is it's a little bit large over here. I think it's plus the fact that the black is just it's demanding too much attention. It's actually advancing in the composition a little based on that black, that full vibrant black. So let's do this. Okay, so first of all, I don't think this is full contact information. Make sure you're using, you can configure that any way you want, but make sure you have full contact information right there. Um, I think this kind of center alignment thing is could be a little interesting. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that the masked image is the leaves up here, the palm leaves, and I think that's really a neat effect. Now, one of the things I was saying in my response to your inquiry as to whether or not you can compile or compose the composition for the background image outside of this ad, adjust everything globally, and then place the image with the masked image in place into the Adobe Illustrator ad. And conceptually, I think it's a good plan. But the problem is that you're not maintaining editability. So let's say that's what you do. Let's say you compile the background image with the masked image. Okay, you take it to your client. Your client says, yeah, but can you just kind of move that masked image up a little bit, or move those leaves up a little bit, because I think they're taking too much up of the composition. Well, you would have to go back outside of Illustrator, back into the original, and adjust it accordingly. If you keep the layers intact in Illustrator, it's just a matter of locating that layer and making the adjustments. Okay, so that's my recommendation was to make sure that your masked image is placed within the Illustrator ad and not prior to placing the entire composition into the Illustrator ad. Okay, so masked image. And what I would do is I would take this Virgin Islands travel guide and I would left align it. So in other words, bring travel guide right down here, but increase the size just a little bit, like 3 or 4 point sizes. So the travel guide is like this right here. Okay, then you're going to take that whole thing and move it right up here. Let me see, how are we going to do this? Well, what I would do is I would bring it right up there, get your left margin established, okay? And place it right there. Okay, left align with that travel guide, left align right there. Then you're going to follow that left margin, bring this down, and align this type here with the left margin. It's probably going to entail bringing this down away from the boat a little bit so that you don't encroach the boat with the type. Excuse me. At that point, I would recommend maybe thinking of a different color for the type. Maybe the purple will work very well over this background. And another, I might even recommend using the purple background logo just to add a little bit of color there and just increase the visibility of that logo, as it seems to be kind of getting lost in the corner down there. So then you have your address information, your contact information assembled, and I think that to a very high degree is going to help this composition quite a bit. So those are my recommendations. Try those and let me know if you have any questions at all. But otherwise, I think that it's a great ad. It really is. It's very, very attractive. It's very inviting. It's very accessible. And I think the simplicity is the strength. So great job. All right. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much.